Mishra is former director of Space Application Center and also of the Physical Research Laboratory in Ahmedabad. Very good noon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. And
good afternoon.
Proud moment for India, for the scientific community, for the community of scientists, for the team Isro who have carried out this task of launching Chandrayaan 3 aboard LVM Mark 3. So your thoughts, the mistakes that were made in Chandrayaan 2, because of which it did not succeed in completing its mission. Prime Minister in the day tweeted saying that Chandrayaan 2 did not fail. It only partly achieved some of its objectives and there are improvements in Chandrayaan 3. Your thoughts on those pictures before we discuss other nitty-gritties of this development. Your thoughts on this successful launch of Chandrayaan 3 spacecraft aboard LVM 3.
Let me first congratulate Team Isro for this achievement. But they still have a long way to go for another 40 days. And as far as the Chandrayaan 2 failure is concerned, I cannot call it a fully failure because it has an orbiter which is still orbiting moon and giving you the precious scientific information, and it will continue to give for another 4 to 5 years. That I have no doubt about that. Lander, because in my opinion, because I was present in many of these design discussions and all, I think that is one thing that it was originally designed with 4 engines. And because we don't have that higher capability of 2 to 3 Newton hydrogen engines, so we made a 4 800 Newton engines there. And but in 1 year before, we have, because there is a lot of committees and they suggested that it better to put another centralized engine, so they put a 5th engine. And with a 4 engine, the amount of time was given for simulation and thought process and all of that. With the introduction of 5th engine, that whole thing had to be redone and retested and everything. And that is where it became a one small lacuna. And the third is that probably because it could not reach beyond 1.5 kilometer near to the moon surface. So that means fuel might have been exhausted and all. So they have taken the corrections that they have put 3 major corrections. One is that they have reverted back to the original 4 engine design, which I think that is a very wise decision. And the fuel they have now carried in the lander 300 kg approximately extra fuel. That means they will ensure that because in the whole process, as they explained the orbit maneuver and all, many times we may cross margins because if some misfiring is done and all of that. So when you land it, they're ensuring there is a more than enough fuel till it reaches, and also it has enough fuel for hovering around 60-meter radius of the final landing spot to find the best possible place that time, and it should be reasonably smooth so that the rover can be taken out properly. And the second, they have taken one more wise decision, that is it has given it a 2 meter per second the landing speed, instead of a margin originally was 2 meter per second, now they kept it to 3 meter per second. It's a huge margin improvement, and that needed a structure improvement of the legs. Right. Because it is important that you not only land safely, but you also land without damaging the legs. So that the vehicle is not tilted and the rover can come out smoothly. So they have taken these 3 major precautions, and they have also made as Somnath also earlier said, that they have now designed a failure-based design. Earlier, so they have envisaged more failures, all possible failures, and all combination of failures. And in that case, how to come out of this? I think it is very important that a thought process they have taken care of maximum possible imaginable failure combinations, and how and way around it
Yes.
and having a last moment correction. These improvements
Yes.
I feel will make landing successful.
Yes. These are